about you anymore.
Here is today's case.
And just as plain as day, I see feminine products. They not mine. And so I asked him about it. He told me they belong to his best friend.
The reason is they just haven't had a chance to just meet up with each other.
In 3 years? Mr. Rogers, sounds like your neighborhood's getting a little crowded.
YouTube, welcome to BVO Speaks. I am your host, Bama's very own, back again with an ever so important video for the people, for the culture. I want to thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, share, and also please send content to bvospeaks@gmail.com. Whether it be a particular video that you saw on social media, or you want me to do a video on a particular topic, or you have a situation that you're in, or just want to hear my take on a particular subject, send it to that email. I'm hungry. I'm a relatively new channel. I believe I'm at 48 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 50. If you're a real one, just hit that subscribe button right now. It's like this. Today's video, insecure social media couple dispute over security deposit. Moving forward on my channel, I will use many of these court shows, i.e. divorce court, paternity court, Judge Mathis, to highlight the different relationship dynamics or issues facing the black community. Before I get in the video, I want to start off with this. Most of these couples that appear on divorce court are not married. Many of you brothers and sisters may remember the first spinoff of this show with, I believe her name was Judge Maybelline, the dark-skinned female. All of those couples that appeared on the show were actually married. They argued their differences and disputes, and at the end of the court session, the judge made a decision whether to grant the divorce or to deny the divorce and recommend counseling. But all of these couples, well, I won't say all of them because I have seen some married. I want to say about 90% are not married, which shows you the change in the relationship dynamic between, I believe the first spinoff was late 90s, early 2000s versus now. And I believe in between it was Judge Toller. Most of those couples were not married as well. So I just wanted to point out the change and the shift that even in these court cases, the judge is not able to recommend a ruling because most of these couples are not married contractually. So what ends up happening is it turns into more of a therapy or counseling session.
Your Honor, today's case is Edwards versus Rogers.
Thank you, Juan. Christina Edwards.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have brought Derek Rogers.
Yes, Your Honor.
To court today. You were suing for $950 for the return of a security deposit.
That's right.
This brother like, nah, he really just don't want to be there. And he feel like this is complete and utter bull crap. Obviously, you just saw how he looked. Okay, so he's 41, the chick is 44.
I understand the two of you have been in a relationship for 3 years, and you say that recently the two of you have separated and not living together anymore.
That is correct.
Why don't you give me some background, ma'am?
Like you said, me and Mr. Rogers have been together for the last...
Before we get in the video, I know I'm gonna keep pausing it. I don't want to get copyrighted, so that's why I got to keep pausing it too, just for you guys to understand. What this chick doing up here in this upper left hand corner with this wig on? Okay. With this purple or blue and pink wig, did she not know she was gonna be on national TV? Everybody else show up decent. She show up with a blue and pink purplish wig on. And let me just say this as a side note. I'm gonna do a video on this too, about weave and wigs and lace fronts. Dark-skinned women, my dark-skinned sisters out there, that different color do not look good on y'all. Y'all can only work with a particular color. Like, ain't nothing worse than seeing a dark-skinned sister in a blonde weave. They just don't even match at all. It don't look right, okay? When you got something like this up in this upper left-hand corner, that don't look right either. Like, no brother gonna say that's cute. Like, I mean, maybe in the comment section you think this cute, brothers, please comment that, but I don't think that's cute at all. She would have just been better off rocking her natural hair, okay? I don't know. I don't get that, but I digress. Let me get back into the video.
3 years, and we are currently separated, and I'm just tired. I feel like Mr. Rogers is cheating. He is very jealous, and on top of that, he treats me like I'm a live-in booty call.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me just say this. Live-in booty call. Now, that sounds bad. I understand where the sister may be coming from. Maybe he only want to talk to her when he wants sex or whatever the case may be. But if any brother move you into their house or decide to move in with you, like, that's the perk of moving a woman in with you, to be a live-in booty call. That way she don't got to come through. You ain't got to go to her house or whatever. You got in-house cooter. So, like, that's one of the benefits. All right, I don't know really what she mean by that, but I'm just saying, you know, maybe I think she mean that maybe he don't want to ever deal with her unless it has to do with sex. But I'm just saying, like, that's one of the perks of moving a woman in your house, just so she know.
Why don't you give me some background, sir? What do you have to say about your relationship?
So I own a clothing store, and we met, and she was one of the regular customers. She would come in there, prancing around every day. She's a regular. I have a lot of customers that come in there, but this one in particular, Your Honor, she comes in there, and she waits till everybody leaves and always asks me for my help. I have employees that can help her, but she wants my help. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll help her out. And then it starts from, can you help me pick this out, to, can you wait right there while I go try this on? So she would do her own little personal.
Pause. The judge even looked at him crazy, like, you did that accent a little bit too well. I think that's the Atlanta area. You know how them brothers get down. Not saying this brother like this, but he just did it too well.
Fashion show for me. I liked it, and one thing led to another, and we started dating.
Well, but okay, so you asked her out, right?
I did, yes.
Okay. And is that what you were doing when we were going to his clothing store? You were going specifically for him?
Your Honor. I mean, that's what you do in a clothing store, right?
Okay, so you had no ulterior motive.
I was just trying to shop, minding my own business. And, you know, he used to come and offer me to help me all the time. And of course, I'm going to ask for help. Who don't like a little bit of attention?
It's one of the things that the woman will do when she is done with the man, like, or when a situationship or relationship has hit its breaking point. She would act like she didn't go in there and hunt for that man like that. The brother already said that she would come in there almost every day, and he had other employees, but she would particularly ask for him. And she even said, who doesn't like a little attention? But she gonna try to say, I was minding my own business. But you going in here looking for the man, calling out the man, okay? And I know this man's a business owner. He not trying to smash all of his employees, okay? So it's not like he was after you. You went into this man's store. So for you to act like you were minding your own business, just shopping, come on. That's what I'm saying. It's some delusion whenever the relationship over with.
So what happened?
So I'm in the store, and he approached me one day. Now, you know, I liked the attention that he was giving me. So, you know, when he did finally ask me out,
Finally asked me out. That means she was waiting. That means all of the time she was going in there and all of the chasing she was doing, he finally asked her out. So that just goes to show you guys that she was actually hunting him. And a lot of time women do this covertly. They'll do it kind of passively, where they'll want a particular man and they'll do little certain things, but it won't be so direct about it. So that's just one of the examples. She went into the store every day asking for him and just trying to say, oh, you like this outfit, showing off her little body, because she do got a little body on her now. She may be a little bit overweight, but I mean, she's still kind of thick, and, you know, that's Georgia. A lot of brothers like their women like this. So, of course, he gonna shoot his shot, but I don't think this brother just chasing after her. Like the brother said, it's plenty of women that come into the store that are everyday customers or back-to-back customers. So now she trying to play like, oh, I was just minding my own business, man. Y'all watch that kind of stuff.
I agreed to go with them, you know.
And things were great between the two of you when it first started, when you first started dating.
It was really good. I mean, he treated me like I was a queen. He used to open doors. He used to always want to spend time with me. He used to want to show me off to his friends.
Those are in the happier times.
Those were the happier times.
And what happened? What happened, Mr. Rogers?
Like she said, everything was all good. Because she would always come over to my place and find things from previous relationships. When I'm with somebody, I'm with them. And I just didn't take time to take them out. And she had issue with that. So I said, you know what? Because you're the only woman that I want, let's move in together. Let's do this thing.
So after a year of dating, you're saying she's finding items, but they're from relationship past, but you're saying you didn't think that was the case. You thought it was active evidence.
So
This is the wrong thing to do. She's finding evidence in your house, and that pushes you to have her move in to kind of maybe validate the trust issue in y'all relationship. That's a bad decision. Brothers out there, that's a bad decision, okay? And she's insecure already, and that's what I'm talking about. And many of us brothers and sisters are in a relationship with past insecurities from past relationships, and we're bringing that into the new relationship. This woman has probably been cheated on or whatever case may be, like he already said. That was from past situations. So he said when he with somebody, he with somebody. Many of us bring insecurities in the form of family drama or trauma from the childhood that we haven't dealt with, and it causes trust issues, which causes insecurities. So this is what kind of goes on here. Like, kind of check this out. Get back into the video.
I was at his house and I was in his bathroom. I needed something. And when I opened the bathroom sink, now I know I've been underneath this.
You needed something. What you need looking in a man's bathroom sink? Come on.
Sink before. And just as plain as day, I see
Man, this chick in the back left-hand corner, top of left-hand corner, look wow. Come on, man. Like, all right, I'm gonna stop. Let's start, baby.
feminine products, tampons and pads. They're not mine. And so I asked him about it. He told me they belong to his best friend. So my question was, why does your best friend have her feminine products underneath your
That
seat?
was before we even moved in with each other. It was still early on in our relationship.
But you've been dating a year, right?
Yes, but when she found the products, it was before then. It was before we moved in with each other.
So you're saying they were from the past?
Yes.
Not from your best friend?
Exactly.
Your solution to her finding what she believes is incriminating evidence that another woman is there is, you know what, let's just move in, and that way you know I'm not having company outside of you, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Dummy.
One of the solutions, yes.
Okay.
And the fact that I just couldn't go every day without seeing her, yes.
Okay, now, he's being real about what he was thinking during the situation. She's not being real. She's trying to act like, oh, well, I went all over him. I just was looking in his cabinet. I found this. But the brother, whenever a man say, hey, move in, let's move in together, that's a big step, okay, especially in 2020. So this brother ain't out here playing no game. I don't believe. Now, we'll see this future with the best friend. That's kind of sound kind of sketchy, but we'll get into that.
Beautiful.
I'm a single parent. She was great with one of my kids. You know, everything was great. The sex was phenomenal. As we kind of progressed, you know, there was just problems that we've had with her just doing her job, being too loose with men.
Oh,
Let's talk about this. You say that he has a female best friend,
that's right.
and he's been best friends with her for the 3 years that the two of you have been dating, right?
Yes, Your Honor, when I first met him, he told me that he had a best friend. I was thinking, okay.
Okay. He told you, he admitted that he had a female best friend when y'all first met. Okay? When y'all first met, he let you know out the gate what the situation was.
cool. That's great. I have male friends. You have female friends. We can all be friends. But I expected that sometime early on in our relationship that I would eventually meet this best friend that he has. Here we are 3 years into it, and I still have not met her.
She lives in the same city?
She lives in the same city, and she's very much a part of our lives, but I have never met her.
What do you mean a part of your life?
What I mean is he spends time with her without me. He speaks on the phone with her. He's always doing stuff with her, but I'm not included, and I don't know who this best friend is, and he expects me just to be okay with it.
The reason is they just haven't had a chance to just meet up with each other.
In 3 years? Sir, why can't you all go to dinner one night together?
My best friend tried to message her.
You cap. That's cap. That's a big cap. They just haven't had a chance to meet up. Let's go ahead and tell them the truth. If you didn't like the energy of your old lady around your best friend, you ain't want to mess that up. You ain't want that vibe to be messed up because either you had something going on with the best friend or you knew your old lady was toxic and is very jealous and insecure that she would mess up the relationship dynamic that you had with your best friend. That's really is. Like, don't be like, oh, they just haven't had a chance to meet up. Come on now. Come on. All right.
We've been friends for 7 years before I even got with her.
I understand that.
Yes, and while we was together, she fell back as she should because now she's playing that motherly role to my kids and she's taking that place as my new best friend. So she fell back. So just to make her feel comfortable, Your Honor, my same best friend sent her a message on Facebook trying to make her feel comfortable.
Now, let me just say this. When men and women can't be best friends. Let me say that again. Women and men and women cannot be best friends. Not best friends. Now, if I had to bet my paycheck on it, I would say that he smashed his best friend before. Like, I'm just saying, most dudes, if they have a woman best friend, they didn't have some type of intimacy with that woman, or they want to. Either she want to, the best friend, or he want to as the best friend. Whatever the case may be, like either they have before or they want to.
Let her know that we're just friends.
So it's not your best friend's job to message her to try to make her feel comfortable. She's in a relationship with you. No. Let me finish.
She'll get on Facebook, she'll bring up a situation that we're dealing with so other people can chime in before we even get a chance to talk about it.
Why are you
so other people can chime
together? It could be just a quick hello, a night out, but none of those things have happened. There is a reason. I don't know the reason. But I don't think you're telling me the reason. Do you not want them to be friends?
I would love for them to be friends, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. He do not want them to be friends. Because either one, he's smashing the best friend, or two, he believed that his current lady is toxic and insecure and jealous and will ruin the friendship he have with his best friend.
My issues with her is that she includes Facebook in our relationship without even communicating with me. So whenever we have a problem and we haven't talked it out, and I reach out to her and I try to get some type of explanation of what's going on with us, she don't communicate, but instead, and she'll actually express how she feel, or she'll bring up a situation that we're dealing with on Facebook so other people can chime in before we even get a chance to talk about it.
Social media. Let's get into it. Social media. Social media is probably the #1 most common issue facing relationship nowadays. Our forefathers, our grandmothers, our grandmothers didn't have to deal with social media. They didn't have to worry about this, but if you look at any of these court cases, paternity court, couples court, divorce court, almost every single case, one of the partners brings up an issue they had on social media. Somebody commented on a pic. Somebody liked a pic. She found a message in his DM. They were messaging. Almost all of the cases involve social media. And on the flip side of that, you have a lot of these people trying to live out their life on social media like people actually care. Nobody cares about what you got going on social. Let's just be honest, okay? Facebook, Instagram, nobody really cares. People like to see drama. So I don't know why people run into Facebook to try to send these coded, indirect, cryptic messages on Facebook. Just like a lot of these memes that they share. So social media is a huge issue. Let's just see how it plays a part in this case.
She went on Facebook Live one time when her and I was not in a good place. I didn't know where we was. I thought we was broke up. What do I see? I see her with a bikini on. Hey, everybody, this is Tina E. This is Facebook Live. Yes, everybody, I'm living my best life. And I'm sitting there like, are we?
Pause. This brother doing this female impersonation too well, okay? I don't know. Now, he may be, I don't want to put that on the brother, man, but you got to watch when they too good at these impersonations, okay? Look at the judge. She's laughing at. She like, man, what you got? Like, you too good at this. You too good at this now, all right? A lot of these down low people be, on some Tyler Perry type stuff.
Going through something right now? As a matter of fact, I submitted a video for it.
Let me see the video you submitted into evidence, Mr. Rogers.
Anyway, we just hanging out, just trying to take some time, trying to take a load off, and just forget about some of the issues out in the world today and just have a good time and chill.
You see that? She pretty much announcing to all the thirsty dudes on her page, like, we just trying to keep a load off. We ain't worried about the issues. Basically, hit me up, okay? A lot of the times, these women will send these cryptic memes or Facebook statuses that people will read, or most definitely thirsty dudes will read, like, oh, she going through something with her man. Let me go and slide in her inbox. Okay, now she in the jacuzzi with her little bikini on, sitting there chilling. What you got going on? I already know some brothers got up in her inbox. They going through stuff, and that's what she does every time. We all know people on our social media that do this, okay? This is a horrible, horrible way to communicate in your relationship through social media, because most people don't care.
Why are you putting your relationship business out on Facebook, man?
I don't really put our relationship things out on Facebook.
Well, here's what you do. You post subliminal messages and comments.
Okay.
For example, do you think it's cool for your boyfriend to have a lady friend in a relationship? This is obviously about your relationship.
She took a poll. She took a Facebook poll. And she want to know what everybody else think, but everybody knows she already talking about herself.
Okay,
Exactly.
So why are you posing questions about your private relationship for the public to chime in on and give their opinion?
Okay, so me and him had a discussion. We had said that we were just going to try to work through this, and we weren't going to fight about the best friend anymore. I said, one day you're just going to look around, and I'm just not going to be here since you don't want to deal with it. So I did put that message out there, and that message didn't even stay up that long.
Says she goes live for her fans. You see what I'm talking about? That's wild. A lot of these women, now she 40. She 44, I believe it says she was. A lot of these middle-aged women are in some type of delusion. They still want to be 20. They wish they were 20 right now in this social media age. Because if she 44, that means she didn't really directly grow up in the social media age. So a lot of times these women that are middle aged, they're trying to live vicariously like they're in their 20s through social media. So right here you said she goes live for her fans. She got fans now? Like, come on, man. This is a bad sign. Brothers, if you see something like this where a woman thinks she got fans and stuff like that, then don't mess with it. It's a waste of time. All right?
He called me. He told me how he felt about it. But, one of my other friends did call me out and say, hey, girl, you need to take that down. And I was just like...
Exactly, Your Honor.
Okay,
One of her
all
other
right.
friends had to actually say something without...
I said, all right, fine. But since he's saying it's an issue, Now you're co-signing.
She
It
gave
must be
no
an issue.
Why
And
did
I
the two-
took it
to
down.
anything that I said.
I hear you. I hear you on this. I hear you. What are the issues you say you have with his social media interactions?
Okay, so he put up a post on Facebook. It was a gift, and it showed a man and a woman laying in the bed with each other and saying, this is the type of relationship I want. Basically saying that even after y'all fight and you still want to be able to come together. Bestie makes a comment on that. Six years strong, a life feed, we together for life feed. And I came to him with that.
The BFF you've never
yes,
met?
bestie.
Hashtag 6
Best
years
friend.
strong?
6 years strong. And I'm like, that was a little bit disrespectful.
Now, he's just as culpable as her now. Because that's stuff that females do. Post a little... Look at... Look at all the virtual artists in the back. Look at that face. Look at this chick out the bottom right-hand corner. She like, what? Look at this chick up here in the red. She like, what? Look at the chick with the cotton candy hair. Look at this chick at the bottom. All of them like, hold on. And sometimes I be thinking this kind of bias because they be having a mostly woman audience. So I be feeling like all of the women always on the women's side anyway. But whatever, you know. But look at their faces like... He posting stuff like that, man. That's not masculine at all. That's not masculine at all. You let the women do that. You sitting there and talking about what she does on social media, but you posting these little memes like, I wish I had a relationship like that, trying to shoot her shot back at her like she do to you. Come on, bro. You don't supposed to do that. That's not masculine. Okay, and I already questioned your sexuality with how good you were impersonating women. So, like, you know, that's kind of feminine. I'm not saying that he is. Just so y'all know, I don't want to put that on nobody, but that's a feminine trait right there, to be going back and forth, subliminally sending these messages and statuses with your woman. That's crazy.
And instead of him even taking a moment to try and see it from my way.
Okay, and you submitted this post into evidence. I want a bond so tight that even on bad terms, you come to me first. And there's a photo of a man and a woman. Correct. And your bestie, according to both of you, and I'm looking at her comment, she said, always, hashtag unbreakable bond, hashtag 6 years and counting with a kissy face emoji?
Your Honor, that post was
what is
early.
6 years and counting?
6 years of friendship.
Let me tell you what that is. Let me tell you exactly what that is. A lot of these women are in make-believe fantasy relationship with a guy that they keep in their life. Let me explain what I mean by that. There's a lot of females out there that's been on and off with a particular guy. They've been together. Maybe they were hooking up at one point. Maybe their relationship at one point. Then now he moved, or they taking a break, but they still keep in contact and they still communicating. They still talk and they call themselves friends. So in their mind, they count the time that they've known each other, and they say, oh, we've been rocking together 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, but they haven't actually been together. Okay, so she posted that on her, under his comment on under his post, like that's supposed to be some kind of significant thing. So a lot of time these women be living in a delusion, like, oh, I've been rocking with this dude 8 years, 10 years, but they ain't really been with that dude for that long. You know, they've been just in his life off and on, or they've maintained some type of relationship, but they ain't, not in the way they want to believe, but in their mind, that's they make-believe husband. That's what that means.
6 years.
But this is not a friendship photo. This is a photo of a man and a woman lying down in bed hugging.
Your Honor,
She related to that picture. Just go on and admit, brother, that you just smashed your best friend. Come on. Let's just admit that. Like, in the comment section, if you don't think that he smashed his best friend, y'all comment below, man. Come on. You know he smashed the best friend, man. Y'all cut that out.
that post was very early
Mr.
on.
Rogers, sounds like your neighborhood's getting a little crowded. Innocent if your girlfriend hasn't met her in 3 years and she sees
It's
comments.
3 years now,
Excuse
Your Honor,
me,
but at the
excuse
time,
me.
it wasn't 3 years, Your
At
Honor.
any time period, it doesn't matter. It's not innocent for this kind of message from, you know, if you want to resolve this issue, introduce her to this woman. It should be, at this point, she should be a friend to both of you.
Look at all the women clapping. he don't want to introduce her, like I said before, either one or two things. Either he smashing her and he don't want to intermix the two, or he knows that his main lady, the girl in the purple, is toxic and she already insecure and she believes what she want to believe, and she will mess up the relationship he have with his best friend. Let's just call it how we see it. Call a spade a spade.
You are keeping a woman who she doesn't know as there's a wall that you have put up in your relationship, and this woman is only friends with you. And the reasons you've given me today are weak and tenuous at best. When you have...
Look at the women. That's why I say you got a woman judge, you got a woman audience, you got a woman plaintiff, or whatever you call it. Like, a lot of times in these divorce court cases, a couple court, like it's not conducive for the man. Okay, they need a man divorce court judge on here. Put me on here, man. I tell them what the real is.
A problem with what she posted, and you let her know about it, and someone else brought it to her attention. She took it down the same day. You have gone 3 years and still haven't introduced her to your BFF, and she's told you over and over again she doesn't like it and she has questions about it. And then commentary like this, I can see why there's a question.
Your Honor, I have tried to introduce my friend.
You haven't tried hard enough.
She had
Cut it out, brother. Cut it out. Let me skip forward in this when they talk about the money right here. We already kind of beat this dead horse.
It worked, but she got things that she need to work on too. She makes me feel insecure as well. One night she hung out with her coworker all night long. I didn't know where she was. I couldn't get a hold of her. It makes me question, and it's like her relationship with men makes me uncomfortable. She goes out of her way to have relationships with men.
Like she did with you, brother. Like she did with you. She went out her way to go in a department store every day and try on those dresses and call you over there for help, even though you had employees in the store. She went out her way. So why are you surprised that she goes out her way to flirt with other men, brother? Let's be real.
Miss Edwards, the night that you spent the night over the co-worker's house, you said that you had too much to drink, right?
Okay.
And was there something going on between you and the co-worker?
No. What happened
Okay,
was...
no, I read everything you said. The two of you were living in this apartment. You're saying you paid $950 as a part of the security deposit?
Right, part of us, what it took for us to move in.
What happened to the security deposit? Was it returned?
Well, we still have the place, but I'm moving out.
Okay, so you're moving out, and what are you doing?
We got the place together. I'm staying there. I still have children to take care of.
Okay,
I
so...
just have to give her anything, because all the bills we split.
Sir, I have
down the
one
middle.
question for you, just one question. Are you staying in the apartment?
I'm staying.
Okay,
Yes.
so, and did you pay for half of the security deposit as well?
Yes.
Okay, so she's suing because she wants her half of the security deposit back.
Yes.
And both of your names are on the lease.
Yes.
So that can't happen unless the...
Let's talk about security deposits. That's why I put that up here. Like I said before, a lot of these people get in relationships where they put some type of security deposit down, and then I always have to be like this particular situation, like as it pertains to the lease, but usually like a vacation, or they put a down payment on a car, or they loan their partner a significant amount of money. But that's all based on the status of a relationship, which is at the time of the security deposit, quote unquote, their relationship status is good. But then when the relationship status goes from good to bad, then they want their money back. Okay, that's the problem. All right, they put these security deposits down thinking that their relationship is gonna work, and then when it doesn't, they want their money back. That's not how that works. Okay, financial situations or disagreements is one of the biggest problems facing interpersonal relationship in the black community. Money. Most of the time, it has something to do with money.
The apartment manager agrees to remove your name from the lease, and then once your name is removed from the lease, they will return your security deposit, and you will have to put the remainder of security deposit on the apartment. But what you can't do is sue in court and not get your name off of the lease. That's not the proper protocol. He does not have to give you $950 back. He gives $950 to your apartment building, and they give it back to you. That's my ruling on the money claim.
Exactly. You can't decide that you just want to break up with the man and then take your security deposit out of there and you're going to sue him for it. What kind of sense that make? If y'all was sensible, then he would just give you your portion of the security deposit back and then move on and get your name taken out the lease. If y'all was sensible. But a lot of time when you have these multitude of issues or it ends on a bad note, people can't be logical in the way they handle business or they handle finances.
As of the other claims, there are some major issues both of you have raised today that the other one should listen to, and they aren't unreasonable requests. The right way to do it is to sit across from each other and talk it out and communicate and decide what it is you are willing to compromise on.
Thank you, Your Honor. Communication is
Mr.
her biggest
Rogers?
problem.
Sorry.
She don't need your help.
Sorry.
Mr. Rogers, I was actually talking about you.
I
Communication.
Well, Your Honor.
She don't communicate either. She don't communicate either, Your Honor. She really don't.
I'm trying to be diplomatic, but I'm talking to both of you. I want you to go back and evaluate the friendships you have created in your neighborhood. I couldn't help myself with that one.
The judge waited all week when she read over the file of this case, and she wanted to use that Mr. Rogers neighborhood sentiment.
That's my ruling and judgment. Good luck to both of you.
I do think her verdict was fair. I don't owe her anything. Like I told the judge, we went in this 50-50 together. I paid bills in there. I've done stuff for her. As a matter of fact, she owed me.
As a matter of fact, she owed me. That man started calculating everything up. Like, but you don't supposed to be going 50-50 with no woman. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Brothers out there, like, if you decide to let a woman move in with you, then don't have her pay all. If you can't maintain all the bills, then don't have her move in, okay? Maybe she can help out, but always be able to take care of everything. It seems like in this situation, he was going in half, expecting her to place some type of security deposit on this place and computing her income up, but it's no obligation. They're not married. There's no contractual agreement. Security deposit is null and void. You don't have the other half, that other 50-50 that goes to bills because y'all got in a situation, y'all got in an argument, she feeling a certain type of way, you feeling a certain type of way, and now that's no longer there.
Now I know what I need to do in order to get my money back. He's always trying to figure out ways to make it come back on me. He never wants to take any responsibility for anything that goes on in our relationship. I want to make things work with Mr. Rogers. I love him with everything that I have in me, but I love me more. And if he can't get it together, then I don't have a choice but to be out.
I bet you do love you more. I bet you do. And it shows in this court case. Well, that's it. Like, share, subscribe, send content to bvospeaks@gmail.com. Like I said before, if you have any particular video or particular topic or a particular situation that you're going through, you want my advice on it, send it to bvospeaks@gmail.com. Like, free of charge, nothing added to that. Okay, I want to know what's going out there with the people, with the culture. BVO Speaks out. Support the channel. Like, share, subscribe. Send a like, subscribe. I'm trying to get to that 50. Send content to bvospeaks@gmail.com. Like I said before, any videos, you want me to speak on a particular topic, you want me to give you advice on a particular situation, whatever case may be, send it to bvospeaks@gmail.com. Bama's very own out.